from the Flipside, number 82. Forgotten Five Comics, shirts, hats, all the good stuff. Comicbookinvest.com for all your speculation needs. And then CBSIswag.com for cool apparel for CBSI, Comic Book Invest. Skeletor, all the cool shirts. I'm Dino. Boys, introduce yourselves.
It's Scott Reagan coming in from Philly. Thank God the heat finally broke, huh?
Chop your mic a little bit, brother.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me now? Yeah. You like the Verizon guy? You didn't hear anything I said before?
No.
Yes.
A little bit.
All right. Well, it wasn't important. It wasn't important. So go ahead, whoever.
That's funny.
So.
All right. Well, John Z from Indianapolis. We are pretending that we're the Detroit Lions this year and mourning the loss of a quarterback and already calling a season in the can.
Hey, there'll be a good quarterback next draft. There's like 6 or 7 of them. Tua's coming out.
I feel like you guys should get the number. You should get the first pick no matter what.
Just because.
No, see, they got that with Peyton Manning, and they got it with Andrew Luck.
Yeah, but they
maybe
didn't have
that's
any luck
karma.
with luck.
The issue is our division's so bad we probably will still come out in the middle.
Maybe that's karma for like
That's
how
the
everything went down with Andrew Luck, right?
Yeah.
Who knows? What up, guys? This is McClay. Chilling, letting the beautiful hair blow in the wind because I'm sitting inside. Next to a huge box fan that's going straight into the mic. So.
And I'm Ben S. I write for comicbookinvest.com. You can follow me on Instagram at The Wall Comics. And I'm not on Twitter, I don't believe.
Don't you do some list every week?
I do. I write the Hot 10.
You make the list. Yeah.
The original Hot 10 list every week. I do not include 20 books and then just randomly pick 10 that I want. I have 10 only books.
Technically, you have 10 and some alternates.
10, the extra 2 are just there for fun.
Honorable mentions.
Yeah, they're there for fun.
What's up, everybody in the chat?
I think we should go to 50 books a week.
Jesus.
Hey, you know, it's
just make sure you don't miss one.
Yeah, if you get every book, then you know every book's hot. Eventually.
Hey,
it's a law of averages.
Publish previews.
They're all hot. Everything is.
Get everything.
It feels like it lately. Jesus.
It is wild. I can't
you're like going.
I can't believe how many of the weekly books are jumping up to $15, $20.
Oh, it's nuts. I actually went to a shop on Wednesday this week. I just happened to be off work early enough. I'm like, I'll drive by and just pop in. Everything was sold out before I walked in at 4 o'clock, and I'm like, okay, well, that was fun.
Yeah. I mean, that new X-Men stuff, people are jumping all over.
Yeah.
I can't figure that one out. What is the deal? What is the deal with that? I mean,
apparently it's just a really good read, and people are getting excited about it.
Why are those Putri variants going for so much?
It's a good question.
FOMO, maybe?
Yeah.
Connecting sets are hard. Is that right? That's the connector?
Yeah, but I mean, $70 or $60, or I mean, that's crazy.
Are they 1 in 25s?
No.
They were like an order incentive.
So they're probably like the B covers. They were probably orderable. If they weren't.
Why would I order those?
Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm confused. I mean, they're nice covers, but they're not like,
Maybe everybody's trying to get sets together, you know.
Well, we're definitely going to
talk. Like X-Men 1, get that set together so it's worth $5 in 15 years.
The story is really good, and I know that we talked about, we're going to try and follow that story, and we're going to talk about it a little bit in the show, but I don't think it's just because of the story that book is selling like that. I mean, I hope it is. That'd be great, but...
Well, Marvel's saying they're recommitting to the X-Men, so I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
They're also committing to everything else under the sun, it sounds like, from D23.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they don't have Spider-Man, so they gotta make up.
Do you really believe that that's actually off the table?
No, I think they're just trying to. I mean, I heard the rumor was that Disney wanted all the merch and Sony wanted some of the merch. I mean, I think it's just a numbers game at this point. I mean,
Yeah,
I didn't mean the rumor of the merch. I mean, I think it's just a numbers game at this point.
Whoa,
I mean,
I apologize, guy. I got something going on.
I didn't mean the rumor of the merch. I mean, I think it's just a numbers game at this point.
Whoa,
I mean,
I don't know what's going on here, guys.
You got a little echo?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is.
it's a ghost.
Yeah,
don't hear it
like
now,
something
so.
shot up out of nowhere.
I
think it's time for us to just kick McClay off the podcast.
Pretty
Like,
much.
what is this thing? Like in the big,
We
huge
need
middle of
Paul
the
back.
screen. You guys see that? Like, what the hell?
no, I don't see
No.
anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
hide
yeah,
that
you
for now.
see. You got some kind of icon going on.
Yeah, right. There we go.
I did. So they had a meme with said Spider-Man Far From Home and then Homecoming and then Homeless.
Yeah.
It's like him just laying in the street somewhere.
Did you guys see the Durex condom ad that they had?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, you gotta look up Durex condom. Dino, look it up. Durex condom Spider-Man ad, and you can go ahead and share that for everybody.
yeah, Spider-Man.
Well, I don't know. I think they'll probably come to a deal because it's beneficial for everybody, but who knows, man? This whole thing's crazy.
Yeah,
I thought this was classic on
yeah.
Durex's part to put this out. I know that everybody's like, I don't know if we should do this. I don't think this is a good idea.
Okay, hold on a second.
I mean, we love DeVoe, but Sony they just don't seem to do things correctly.
No,
There you go.
they won't do well. But also maybe they're looking at Phase 4 going meh.
Yeah.
So Durex India came out. It's funny. It's India, but it said "Save Spider-Man" and it said the end came too soon and the feeling is mutual. From Durex.
That's crazy.
So
That's classic. I like how there's a little tear by the corner of his eye.
Yeah.
so funny.
So
You couldn't do that in America.
no, it's got to be India, but everybody saw it over here, so I think it's great, man.
Touche, Dorex.
Yeah.
Touche.
So, you guys got anybody got any pickups?
Yeah, I got a couple.
I got
Go ahead and
nothing.
start off. I got not a lot, but got something cool I'll end it with.
I have 0.
All right, I picked up one book that's fairly timely for the week. I picked it up. I think I ordered it Thursday last week and hit a good time. Picked up the Moon Knight 1 and 50 Grenov. I know everyone loves the bill, but this one to me just is. I like it more. I don't know if the
Who
color.
did that cover?
That's what?
Who did that cover?
This is Grenov.
Granov.
Granoff?
Yeah.
Granov.
Z's gone French on us.
It's like, pretty sure that's Granoff.
Same thing.
That's an Indianapolis accent coming through.
Yeah, accent. Either way, man, I just think this is
That's my favorite Moon Knight cover.
exactly. I don't know why it is. It was dirt cheap. I mean, I paid $300 for it, and I was like, really? So
Has it spiked since the announcement?
I haven't seen any sales. I've been kind of watching to see if anything happens because in my head the variance would pop a little bit because Werewolf by Night is so damn expensive that
Yeah.
somebody's gonna buy something else, and people are talking about the Spotlight 28 and Moon Knight Volume 1 #1 popping a little bit, but there's so many of those. I'm like, I just my gut says these variants will jump a little bit at some point. I don't know. We'll see. One other one for the week is I picked up yet another one of the Mexican Spidey run.
Nice.
Oh yeah, beautiful, man.
This one actually trying to get it.
Steranko ripoff, right?
Yeah, it had a Steranko vibe, and I couldn't figure it out. And Robert Fordham, like, dude, it's got this element here is actually from the cover, as is the Hydra symbol. They dropped the broad in front and Spider-Man, and it's actually, some rip-off pieces from it. So that's why it has such a Steranko vibe.
That's
So-
funny.
But yeah, working on the run. I think this is number 32 out of 46. So slowly getting there. And that's me for the week.
Very cool, man.
Very cool.
Anybody else?
I got nothing.
Me neither.
I got something kind of cool happen. Well, first I want to talk about. I showed everybody that 88 Topps Football cello box that I got, and I ended up opening it. And let me show you guys what I got. If you want to throw me up on the share there, Dino. Scotty, you'll like this towards the end. This is kind of interesting. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes you'll get multiples of rookies. Sometimes you'll only get one. I've seen people pull 2 Bo Jackson rookies out of the same pack. Luck is crazy like that with some of these Topps, the collations, I guess you would call it.
Yeah.
I got 2 Christian Okoye rookies.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
they're really good
They're
condition.
centered.
Yeah, they're nice and centered. So those are pretty cool. I got 2 Brian Bosworth rookies. They're a little bit off-centered. One's not too bad, but they're not great.
I love that midriff jersey.
I know. I'm not a Brian Bosworth fan, but of his playing, but I'm a fan of who he is. I love getting this card. I was lucky enough. The last cello box I got, I had a Brian Bosworth on top, a rookie on top, one of the unopened cellos, and I saved that. So I got lucky with that. Got 2 Tom Rathman rookies. They're not worth much, but this is one of my all-time favorite players growing up. So very cool. It's pretty amazing that both him and Roger Craig were both playing at Nebraska at the same time. And then they obviously.
I remember rapping from Super Bowl, Tecmo Super Bowl.
Yeah, darn right, man.
That's right. 2
Cornelius Bennett rookies, very underrated linebacker. I don't know why he's not in the Hall of Fame. Maybe his numbers aren't that great. I remember him being, an absolute beast. So, 2 Cornelius Bennett rookies. Got 1 Vinny Testaverde rookie.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah. I got, and this is another one of my favorite all-time players that his rookie card isn't worth a ton. Kevin Green rookie, Hall of Famer. Amazing player, amazing person, just all-around good dude. This guy his card should be worth more. And then I got 2 Bo Jackson rookies. One of them looks really nice, very nicely centered. The other one's a little bit off-centered. So I got the 2 Bo Jackson rookies, which is nice. Last box I only got 1. A lot of people don't know about this, but he's also featured in the team card that year. So I
remember that.
Yep, I got 1 Raiders team card. And this is, Scotty, you'll like this. This is one of the all-time greats, in my opinion, defensive players that just didn't get the time to shine. And this is the type of thing that can happen. You never know. You might have a Bo Jackson box that turns into 5 Jerome Brown rookies.
Wow, JB,
yeah. Very underrated player, just a cool card.
He just didn't play long enough.
Yeah, not worth much, but just a very cool card, especially for Philly fans. And I grew up.
Some say he was better than Reggie.
Yes, amazing. And unfortunately, I can't remember if there was a car accident.
Car accident.
Yeah, very sad. So that was the 88 Topps cello box. One of the 2 boxes I did open. The other one's sitting unopened. We're gonna wait to figure out something we can do with that, and maybe
What's
we can
that
do
cost
something.
the box?
What's that?
What'd that cost for a box?
60. I think I paid like $70 a box.
That's not bad.
Not bad for 88 Topps football. I mean, it's not a great year, but it's got the Bo rookie and all those other little guys. Here is the cool stuff that I got this week. Now, I put out a post on Instagram. I don't know if you guys saw it, but right before the show, I put out a post. Indie Baseball Card Exchange had a guy come in their store, bought a box of Topps Chrome Baseball, and ended up pulling a really nice card. He ended up pulling a, what's this guy's name? Yusei Kikuchi? Does that sound right?
Oh, yeah, Kikuchi, yeah.
Yeah. He ended up pulling a autographed Yusei card. If you guys want to check out that post, it's on Instagram. 2 of 5. It was in the very last pack of the box he opened in store. And literally 2 minutes before I opened a pack, or my last blaster box of Topps Chrome, I looked at that post, and I pulled this card out of my blaster box. The same exact card, but not, I mean, this one's numbered to 499. His was numbered to 5. But I just thought that was very cool. So I got lucky, and I pulled this out of the Topps Chrome blaster box. The same ones I was telling you I didn't think was a very good deal. The hits weren't very good. I bought a couple of them. Yeah, but I got lucky and pulled this out of the last one that I had. And out of the same box, I ended up getting...
has some crazy stuff, man.
Yes.
They pull stuff all day long.
Yeah. And in the same box, I pulled a Fernando Tatis special refractor out of the packs they give you in that box, and a Pete Alfonso refractor special. I don't know what they call these certain refractors.
They have different names for different patterns.
Yeah. But the coolest thing that I got for pickups this week is, you guys remember the infamous Vladimir Guerrero? Well, I decided to go ahead and send that redemption in, and look what showed up at my door 2 days later.
Nice.
Certified by Topps. You have to sign for it. I thought that was really cool. And I only opened this part just a couple minutes ago, so let's see what we get out of here. This is I haven't even seen the card yet. Here's how it comes.
My redemption took me 6 months.
Yeah. And you went through Panini?
Panini,
Yeah. Panini's, kind of new to the game, so maybe that's the reason, but Topps does a really good job sending redemptions. They got the special little bag you guys can see, and
yeah, I like their shipping when you buy stuff from them.
So let's see what we got here.
Watch, they send you like 10 or 11 of them in a pack.
There we go. Number 86 of 99.
Nice.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Gorgeous.
Autographed green refractor.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, do you send it in just like that if you want to get graded?
That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm not even going to take it out of this. I'm going to send it straight in. And Upper Deck does the same thing. I got the Nathan McKinnon autographed SP Authentic Rookie redemption, and I sent that in, and it comes just basically like this. Upper Deck does the same thing. So I'll be sending that in with this to get graded. So very cool. That's fruits of the show. We pulled this card live on the show, the redemption, and sent it in, and here it is, guys. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Beautiful.
Awesome.
Nice.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah. So pretty cool. Very heavy in the card pickups this week for me, but I don't know. I thought it was pretty exciting. So I did end up getting a couple more cards out of a couple other blaster boxes that I opened. I got a couple base Vladimir Guerrero rookies out of the I think this is 1970 Topps design. 70 Topps.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so I pulled the Vladimir Guerrero rookie out of this design.
That's the Heritage, cool. Right?
Yeah, the Heritage. So I bought a blaster box of the Heritage, opened that, got the Guerrero. I got a couple other cards out of there. They put these pretty crazy weird cloth cards in there. I don't know if you guys have seen those, but back then they had some type of Topps did some type of transfer, iron-on transfer thing maybe, and they basically did the same thing, and I pulled 3 of those. I pulled a Shohei Ohtani.
Nice.
And it's like this weird cloth version.
Oh, sorry.
Canvas.
Yeah, canvas, I think, yeah. I pulled that same Seattle pitcher, so I got another one of him. In they call it, I don't know what they call it, but it's that cloth canvas.
Blank back, yeah.
Yeah. And then I pulled a Gleyber Torres cloth one.
Yeah.
And then here is the Vladimir Guerrero rookie in that, the base. Doesn't look too bad. And then I also bought a box.
Heritages are nice.
Yeah, I bought a box of the archives too, because those just came out, a little blaster box, and I got 2 Vladdies out of there. I've got the base.
Damn, man.
Yeah, I got
Vladdies
pretty lucky.
All over the place.
And then I got the Future Star special, based on the, I think this is 92 or 93 Topps design.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, so it was a pretty good couple days for opening up the few last blaster boxes that I had sitting around. So
very cool.
Yeah, that's my pickups for the week.
Nice.
Here, so I'm gonna, before Dino steps in or whatever. Or did you say you got anything, Dino?
No, I'm good.
Okay, so just to kind of piggyback on what Brian was saying, I was watching some unpacking videos this week, and Brian, have you ever watched the Jabs family?
That's my main one I watch. And are you talking about the PSA box, or I mean the BBCE box?
Yeah, the 79 Topps.
I'm glad you brought this up. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So for those who don't know, so he busts a lot of, it sells off a lot of packs. It does, basically people just buy it. It's kind of like if there's
Group breaks.
36 packs, whatever, 36 packs and it's $360 a box, he'll sell off the packs for $10 a pack or whatever. And then he'll open them live on air. So at the National, he bought from Baseball Card Exchange, bought a 79 Topps box that has the Ozzie Smith rookie in it, and paid $2,000 for this box, which is a lot. I mean, there's 36 packs, so you're talking like $55 a pack, something like that. Opened the whole box on air, all 36 packs, and it was an entire box of commons. There was like 2 Robin Younts, and they were way off centered, and that was the best cards in the entire box. There was no Nolan Ryan, no Pete Rose, no Johnny Bench, no Mike Schmidt, no nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. So, and it was a certified box from Baseball Card Exchange. So he was like, I'm going to contact them. This box looks definitely searched. And he got a response from Baseball Card Exchange, and they went over the whole process that said,
That was
basically, yeah, that they guarantee that it was legit, and that if he looks at back in the 70s and 80s, Topps did some weird things, like you would end up with football cards and baseball card packs, or just random things or whatever. But in this particular case, if they had leftover sheet, they used to cut all the cards off these big sheets, and if they had a bunch of them left over, they just cut them all from the same sheets and stuck them all in one box.
Laziness, basically.
Yeah. So this particular box, they had all the cards that were in there were off of the same sheet, which was the C sheet, and it just so happened that run of cards had no Hall of Famers, no rookies, no checklists, no Yankees, no Red Sox. I mean, it was just the worst of the worst sheets they could have been. Yeah, and it was $2,000 for this box. That it was just a box of commons.
I read what they said, but I didn't see if they said that they were going to do anything to help them out.
Yeah, so they did. Well, so Baseball Card Exchange basically said, we're guaranteeing that it was not a tampered with box, but they did offer, because he did spend. I guess they have one more box of those left, and they said that they would sell him the other box that they had for half price, so take $1,000 off.
Well, it could be the same turd box.
It could
be. Very well could be.
That's the gambling you're doing. You're gambling.
Yeah, very well could be. You don't know.
I've watched them.
But it is like a $2,000 box of cards that they were going to take a hit for. Really, they didn't have to. I mean, but anyways, I just thought it was
my luck with raffles.
That's a great thing to bring up, because I've watched him open multiple certified BBC e-boxes. I think I saw him the most recent one I saw. He was opening up a 80 Topps BBC certified box, which has the Ricky Henderson rookie. And he didn't pull a Ricky Henderson rookie, and that's a different. It's not as bad as what happened to him, but people out there got to realize some of these old sets are really big. They're 800 cards, and you're not getting every card in a box if you're getting 36 packs.
300 cards in a box.
Yeah,
400 cards in a box.
Usually, like on those, there's usually 12 cards a pack, 36 packs. So you're talking 400 cards. So it's about half this. In theory, it would be half of the set. So you should. But for it to be the entire box and not one.
Oh, we just lost him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, he's right. And not one Hall of Famer. They were all commons.
That's odd.
Well, it's like he said that year. The C sheet that year had no Hall of Famers on it, just by dumb luck. It had no Hall of Famers. It had no rookies that were big that year. Nothing. That's just dumb luck. But it's kind of weird for Topps to only collate one sheet in that whole run. It's kind of laziness on the printer's part. And I believe Topps.
Well, they didn't. I mean, back then they didn't even assume what was happening.
Yeah, they didn't care. And Topps didn't use it wasn't like they were Topps printers. You know what I mean? It was.
They hired somebody.
Yeah, they hired some printer. They had different printers around the country. That's the same reason why OPG cards, even though they're the same design as Topps, they're different material because they were printed by a different printer in Canada who used lesser material. So yeah, it's kind of a bummer.
Just wanted to bounce over to the chat for a second, and our good friend aka Mr. Bolo just let us know that the CBSI comicbookinvest.com IG hit 10,000 followers. So congrats, man. That's a big fucking number.
Yeah, they were fast. Right before the show. They were too shy of 10,000. So that's pretty amazing, and I'm really stoked that he was able to come on and say that.
Great work, Jack and Brian, growing that shit, man. Awesome.
Yeah, good job, McClay and Wood and everybody who does all that they need to do, man. That's good stuff.
Yeah,
we only need like 9,872 more to get there.
We're going to be there one day, man.
We're close, man. Don't worry about it.
Well, with the
couple good posts, we're going to make it.
Yep.
The direction that CBSI is heading right now, Comic Book Invest is heading, and what Jack and Brian, Simple Mans and Bolo are doing, it's killing it, and we're really stoked for that. So good job, guys.
Cool.
Can you hear us, Ben?
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. My
No,
my internet crashed.
He didn't pay his internet bill.
Are you in California now?
I was about to say, are you out here close to me?
That's what happens when you live out in the country.
Yeah.
So should we kind of talk about, I don't know, it says favorite 5, but I think we're skipping that. House of X, Power of X?
Yeah, I think that we can talk about it a little bit, at least.
Yeah, apparently that's pretty popular, right? It's what the kids are reading these days.
It's what the young kids are reading, Scotty. It's what young kids are reading nowadays.
And kids and their powers of X's.
So we were talking about going through House of X and Power of X and just kind of reading it and talking maybe spec and a little bit of other stuff on it. So I know me and McClay have read it. So
we're gonna get a little bit spoilery, not too in depth, but
I will work for it next week. I failed this week. I apologize.
I'm a disappointed father right now.
And for anybody out there listening, especially you guys in the chat, if you guys are reading it too, throw out some, talk about it too, and we'll recognize it. And please, if you're not reading it and you're able to pick it up, if there's a way for you to pick it up and follow along. And it's a really good story so far. A lot of people are talking about it. Not just because of the variants and the craziness on the variants. It's a great story so far, and hopefully he's going to do well by cleaning up this X-Men continuity fiasco.
I was going to ask, what is the general storyline?
It's basically starts out like everything's kind of going crazy, and it starts out you have these weird pods that are kind of showing up from this. The X-Men are out picking this plant. You can't really tell if they're picking it or planting it. I think sometimes they're picking it, sometimes they're planting it. And these pods start showing up out of like seed pods. And basically that's kind of like what you see at the beginning of the story. And one of these seed pods kind of grows and start taking over a building. And the government's like, what's going on? And the X-Men are kind of reintroducing themselves and saying, here we are. We've got something we want to say. And that's kind of like what the first story kind of talks about, right, Dino? I mean, there's a couple little other things in there.
Yep.
But it's kind of like an introduction to a new story, like a really clean type of slate, but a little bit of continuity in there. They're just kind of telling you that something new is happening.
Is this all classic X-Men characters?
Yes. Well, kind of. That's what you don't know exactly at first, but that's what you're led to believe.
Correct. No, I thought it was really good. I mean, and I guess for people who don't know, it's not a standalone issues. I mean, it's standalone issues, but it's like intertwined Powers of X and House of X. So I think in number 3, it shows you how you should read them, like Power of X number 1, Power of X number 2, House of X number 1. It just like it all intertwines together. So that's the bigger thing. So if you're gonna read one, you should read both of them theoretically to get the whole story too.
Yeah. And supposedly they're doing Power of X and House of X to kind of like launch this new direction they're going. And once those 2 series ends, I think they're only going to like 9 maybe. I can't remember exactly where they're in, but it's not very long. Then they're going to go into, I believe, 4 titles. It's going to be like X-Men, Excalibur. If anybody in the chat remembers, yeah, I think it's just going to be 4 titles that are going to be the main X-Men books from now on, and they're going to just have, supposedly that's what they're talking about, just have those 4 titles and kind of clean everything up. So
I kind of, one of the guys actually came through and gave me some specs, so I'm going to run down these real quick. So Fantastic Four Annual number 6 is the first Franklin Richards, which has a good tie-in. I don't know if I'm spoiling too much, so
we will in the future, but we don't need to right now.
You want to go down this list though?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So X-Men, Uncanny X-Men 141, 142, Days of Future Past is the first Rachel Summers Sue, but that's not I wouldn't say that's not a crazy book. I mean, it popped during the movie, so I mean, I don't see it gaining as much.
Those books will always be sought out for, but they probably can't go much higher than they are already.
Yeah, just like my next book. So Giant Size X-Men number 1 was the first Ileana, but as an unnamed baby. So Uncanny 145 is when her name's actually revealed in the book. So 145 in GSX1, which GSX1's out of the stratosphere. So
GSX1 defies logic. I mean, it is like AF-15 numbers at this point.
Yeah. I mean, it's just every day is just going crazy. Uncanny X-Men 160 is when she gets her powers and becomes magic. So,
Ileana's a big character in this.
Yep. First new X-Men 134, which is I think Quentin Quire.
Yeah, that's Quentin Quire. He's
Quire.
He was introduced in Grant Morrison's run, and he's basically they're keying in on the Omega level mutants, like the super powerful ones, and Kid Omega is obviously an Omega level mutant, and they've been talking about using him for a while now. They really keyed in on him heavily on the Avengers versus X-Men run where they did the Phoenix 5 or whatever, and that Quentin Quire guy, a lot of people or a couple people were trying to spec on him back in the day, but he's supposed to get a lot more story time because they're dealing with these Omega level mutants.
Yep. I got X-Men 1 is Gray, and the speculation is it's either Nate Gray or Cable, and it could be a Mr. Sinister link maybe. It's all up in the air. And then X-Men 125 first Nimrod.
Nimrod's a big character in this.
Yeah, so that's a spec that I got from Mr. Enforcer down there. So good on him for hooking us up with a little spec on this stuff.
And what I can say about, without giving it any much away, where the storyline and how it reads is very Memento-esque. If you guys remember the movie Memento, where it kind of shows you different timelines and you kind of got to put them all together. That's kind of like the same thing with this, is there's different timelines, same characters in different timelines, and they're intertwining, and they do...
Yeah, it's not like 1 year, 2 years, it's 1 year, 10 year, 100 year, 1,000 years, so it's it's pretty big jumps. So
And Hickman does big stories, man. He doesn't do 6-book arcs. He does big stories.
It looks really good, man. I mean, and the art looks great. It's not like it's, the inside panels look great. So, I mean, I didn't see anything that was like crazy horrible. So
yeah, they did a really good job with I like the way they've got Apocalypse in this storyline, and like we've been talking about for a while, this is kind of cleaning up all the loose ends that they've got out there. I hope they stick with it. They do this a lot where they say they're going to do this and they have a story that they think is going to work, and they play it out and the ending is either terrible or people just don't latch on and they go, oh, we'll try it again. We'll try to clean it up again, and like that never happened. So
yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah, right.
No, I mean, this is actually, for me not being a reader, I mean, it's really good. I mean, it's a really good story. I mean, I don't know how longevity-wise will it be like a Why the Last Man one or some kind of crazy book like Walking Dead. I highly doubt it's going to be like that, but it could be,
I really hope it sells well and Marvel realizes that, maybe good stories sell better than first number ones. And
well, the issue is they're going to think, what was the number one? Why did we not do it sooner?
What kind of scares me is I think that Marvel especially, but DC, all the three big publishers are starting to realize how much spec involvement is selling books.
Yeah.
And I think that Donny Cates really showed them that. And one of the things that I'm worried about is, if you guys remember when Thor God of Thunder came out, that book was talked about within the shop, talks and the water cooler talks at the shops about how great that book was. I remember buying that every week. That was on my pull list back then, how amazing that story was. And then it just, after it ended, it was kind of like that was it. And we didn't hear about it until Donny Cates, grabbed something out of it and made it this spec giant. So when you were talking about how Marvel needs to realize that story sells, I don't think that they're anywhere near realizing that. I still think that they're heavy on trying to figure out a gimmick, whether it be starting a number ones again, restarting a universe, selling stuff off of movie and TV announcements. Who knows? I'm worried that that's not going to happen, but you never know. It might.
They got to be running out of stuff to put on movie and TV after D23. That was nuts.
Yes, perfect Segu.
After SDCC being so kind of underwhelming, they just threw everything at us at D23.
Yeah, I don't know. Is D23 their own convention thing?
Disney's. That's Disney's.
It's like their Disney kind of platform, and they were basically announcing what this Disney Plus, right?
Yeah, Disney Plus. Yep.
And earlier I was like, I don't know, what are they gonna put on Disney movies and Marvel movies? Great, I've seen them all. What else is going? Maybe a couple shows.
So
they just bombarded.
So Simple Man put up that actually, for people who actually want to get in on this, exclusive offer for D23 members, limited time only. You save $23 per year on a 3-year Disney Plus subscription, and you get Disney plus Pixar plus Marvel plus Star Wars plus Nat Geo plus ESPN plus, I bet, and Hulu.
Wow.
You get all that for, I don't know what $23 per year is, but it's a, if you sign up for the website.
Nat Geo, they're just randomly throwing that in?
I don't know. I think so.
They just know it, man.
I got to watch Naked and Afraid, man. Okay.
Oh, and I just looked up, Z, I know you said you didn't know what D23 means, but the 23 was 1923 when Disney started.
Oh, look at you.
Big brain on Ben.
I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure anybody could have Googled it.
I'm sure Wood's out there screaming at the screen. He's such a big Disney fan that he's like, "You guys should know this."
What was the most interesting announcement you guys have think?
Kamala Khan.
No, not making any rated R things on Disney Plus.
Nah, I don't know. There's just a lot. It's a lot. What you got Kamala, which is still confusing to me. It's going to be a hard story to tell without Captain Marvel really, being who she is, and without Inhumans. It feels like that's going to be an interesting kind of where they can actually take that story. Where's she going to start from?
Kamala?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they've eliminated all of her origin points because the Inhumans don't really exist other than, the S.H.I.E.L.D. ones, which they kind of don't count.
David on the chat says She-Hulk.
She-Hulk's surprising as fuck. I thought they didn't have the rights.
I think if they do the whole superhero lawyer thing, I think that's perfect. That run where they did back during Civil War where she was a lawyer, and that was a really good way of using that character and not have to be so Hulk, superhero.
Well, in my head, everyone in this spec community thought Marvel didn't have the rights. That was a universal rights.
Correct.
And apparently they do. Who knew?
Yeah.
I might have bought that book more if I would have realized that. In my head, I'm like, it's a dead character. They can't use it. And if somebody does, it's universal. So,
well,
Moon Knight's fun, but not unexpected.
No, I think we've been waiting for that.
Moon Knight's been coming a while.
The only thing we would have expected is if it would have been in the Netflix run. So, who knows? So there's rumors that might come back.
Well,
there was
the Netflix universe. There's rumors it may exist again. But and then there was Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur animated.
Yeah. They talked a little bit more about What If, didn't they?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I
don't.
It's hard to spec on What If.
Yeah, I mean, those are all going to be like standalone episodes. So
as long as we get the Watcher in every episode, like the comic, where he introduces them, and I'm cool with it.
What about that art? What about the background of D23, the big collage of Phase 4, where the Watcher's very prominent? Man.
Yeah.
Are you psyched on that?
I'm really psyched about that because he looks badass, standing next to, I think, one of the Celestials, right? He looks badass in it. They got the perfect drawing. I don't like the original Watcher, the way the original Watcher looked. I think Kirby drew him originally in FF13 or something like that. I don't like how the Watcher originally looked. Specifically, I think, what do they call him? Ubunatu or something like that. That's the 313 Universe's Watcher. I didn't like how they made him look until
You like how Arthur draws him, right?
Arthur Adams. No, not Sightem. I like how Art Adams draws him. I don't even want to talk about that other douchebag. I know you are, man.
And then, I mean, I wasn't, honestly, I'm kind of glad that he did this because when Marvel released Phase 4, just movie-wise, it was like, blah. Now it's like, they kind of, I think they were saving, I mean, it was intentional to save all that stuff, like Blade and all that stuff, just.
Well, it's intriguing to me that they're pushing kind of the most exciting content to the streaming, not the movies. Because the movies, I'm lukewarm on.
Yeah, you gotta get. I mean, it's trying to bang out the new subscription and take over Netflix and become the premier streaming site. It'll be interesting I think it'll be really interesting how Disney handles the frame rates and all that stuff. And because ESPN Plus, when they first started going on ESPN Plus streaming, it was terrible. Like feeds were cutting out, and it was just not very well planned out. I'm sure Disney has, And,
well, the other thing is, this is maybe telling us where the money is going. This is where the money's coming from. Cinema is, we keep saying cinema is kind of like, they don't get a big enough cut, but streaming, they get a bigger cut.
Yeah, streaming, they control everything,
Well, now they do, that's for sure.
I don't know. Maybe it was just me. I wasn't as. I think, I don't know. Marvel they seem to be going all to their C level characters now. I'm not that. I mean, it'd be interesting, and I'll probably watch it, but I'm not really that.
Well, are there any A level characters left in rotation? I mean, Thor is sort of Thor is a B level, really.
Yeah, I mean, I think the movies push Thor more A.
Yeah.
Honestly, Iron Man really wasn't necessarily an A. I mean, he was. I mean, back in the. I mean, gosh, nobody cared about Iron Man that much until Downey made people care about him.
Yeah. So I mean, really, they're A level characters. Spider-Man, who's at fucking Sony.
Mr. D put out a good one, Namor.
Namor, everybody's pretty sure is with Black Panther. Let's be honest.
And they did announce the Black Panther 2, but
that might be probably the best movie of Phase 4. Let's assume.
Doctor Strange might be good.
Yeah, I think Doctor Strange.
Upon a rewatch, Doctor Strange 1 was not that good.
Yeah, but pulling in all the multiverse stuff, that's probably the most. I think it's the most intriguing and least talked about announcement of any of them, which kind of surprised me.
And it's hard with the multiverse and trying to get like people just want action, like an action movie, like whatever you want to call it, Iron Man or Thor, or whatever. But when you start getting into like deeper thoughts about things, it's I don't think it really translates well on the big screen. I mean,
Well, it's funny, we're not even talking about the Hulu stuff right now, because they've got also, the Ghost Rider and Hellstrom floating on Hulu.
Is Runaway still on Hulu?
Yes.
I thought, no, that was Prime, right? Or was it Hulu?
It's Hulu.
That's Hulu. Is it still going?
Yes. They just finished season 2, right? And they're going to be doing season 3. They're going to start filming season 3, I think, coming up. I'm surprised they didn't put more behind Runaways especially with some of the characters. They're younger. They can identify better with that teen audience.
Well, I don't think they even knew what they had.
Well, and then Cloak and Dagger too, right?
Is that still? I know it did 2 seasons. Is it still going?
I think they're trying to do season 3. I think maybe.
Watch-
It's on the fringe right now. I think it's canceled or season 3. Is it happening or is it not happening?
I watched about half of season 1. It wasn't bad.
You know, Ben just put in the chat, I think that's bad to move to spec on anything that ends up on Hulu.
I don't think it's spec worthy, but I think there's entertainment value and spec value. Spec value of Hulu is dead. It's not gonna make you a win. I don't know. It just it is what it is.
We're in the midst of a Paul's problem.
Oh shit, the P-dubs.
P-dubs is like somewhere.
Is he coming for the chopper? That'd be amazing.
Oh god.
Hey guys.
Hey, bud.
Howdy, fellas.
What's up?
Got a roadie.
We.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you at, man?
All right, cool. Oh, I'm just driving somewhere.
Oh.
Just somewhere
Out and
random.
about, as usual.
Paul Problem's gonna turn into a car crash. It's gonna be hilarious.
That could happen. Then I'll really be on the helicopter. Trying to find out how I get this thing to
To mute yourself.
Oh. He might.
muted. No, I think I'm stuck on my car.
Oh.
So what's going on? How's the show?
No,
It was glorious till about 30 seconds ago.
Oh yeah, are we still live or did you end it?
No, we're still alive.
I should have ended it when you came on.
Oh, you could have.
Big Leg says in the comments that you're trolling for hookers. That would be funny.
Well, he's not purposely looking, but he's probably gonna find them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna trolling for lot lizards.
Lot lizards, buddy. That's what you do on the old CV radio. Lot lizards.
Taxi cab confessions. Lo said taxi cab confessions.
Oh god, this is great.
So somebody asked about the Captain America spec for Disney Plus, but are we just talking? That's the
The Falcon and
it's the Falcon and
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier, but also isn't it the Peggy Carter on
What If?
What If? Right? Isn't that the other part of
Yeah.
it?
I think they're going to do Peggy Carter on What If.
Well, then what? USA agent pops up on Falcon and whatnot.
I mean,
Talk about D-level characters.
well, and I think speculation too is like it's like Netflix, right? Besides, we'll say Umbrella Academy is an outlier, right? Outside the Daredevil really didn't do anything. Punisher.
Well, Daredevil did stuff.
Yeah,
so
it did.
They pushed it, but it pushed early.
But I'm sorry, I meant like comic book speculation wise, like
No,
like
it did. The issue is back then it pushed before the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
When
those
the
things
news
all
first
blew up
came
2
out.
years up.
I mean, but is it going to do the same thing with Disney? I mean, it's going to be the same thing if D23 happens every year at this time or whatever. It's just going to push certain books up, and then it's just going to be like die right after it.
I'm a little worried we aren't going to have a big one because, like, remember between Phase 3 and now there was about 4 years of nothing dropping.
Correct.
It just kind of was like, well, we're going to finish this phase and see what happens. So this could be the last big run for 4 or 5 years, and now everybody's just jumping on
Everything.
the new whatever FOMO book of the week is.
I mean, maybe
We're jumping on Alfred and a new Robin who is the 12th Robin, but not really of the real Batman. And let's be honest, beyond the first Robin, none of them are worth shit as far as picking up those books.
Well, let's. I kind of want to flip this back into the top 10 kind of and get Ben's thoughts on this. Ben, do you think since Wednesday, I guess Wednesday Warring has been weakened, right? Well, do you think Wednesday Warring has been pretty weak from the days of where we got Wednesday Warring from 2011, 2012 when you're getting hot books and then they started going to the stratosphere. I don't see that too much on Wednesday Warrior books. I mean, I see books $50, $60. I don't see I mean, this Disney X23 variant or this Disney 23 variant with Mickey Mouse is huge, but I mean it's because it's a store only book. But I don't see books that are like on your top 10 that are going to $200 right out the gate anymore, or like, you know, some kind of big number, right?
No, I mean, it seems like the majority of there's like anymore, $15, $20 is like nothing.
Yeah.
Like it just happens. Oh, people wanted this $15 book instantly. I mean, like it doesn't go to 10, doesn't jump up to 30. It's just $15, $20. I don't know if that's good or bad.
And
what might be interesting to look at, because we've never talked about this, is how many $15 sales are there? I mean, back in the day, there'd be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 building up to those numbers. Now there's what, you know, is it just 10, $15 sales and it's $15 book?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Like, we don't look at the longevity. I mean, we call it a $15 book, and how many sales does it take to really become that?
A
I
couple.
don't know. Yeah, I mean, I would say just a few, but it seems
But
like
when we're talking about something that was printed 50,000,
Well, what about that Blade? Wasn't there like a Midnight Sun book that was recently on the top 10? That probably got hot over, you know, the Blade news and the Doctor Strange.
the Blade, the first solo miniseries.
Well, that was on
like
there.
90, like what, 91, 92, something like that.
yeah, but some people were talking Midnight Suns too because of some other shit. But I'm not attacking that it's, you know, we're listing them as books. I'm more attacking as, you know, as a what's our judgment as calling it a good book sometimes, you know, because if they're jumping to $15 and they sell 5, 10, 20 copies on Wednesday, and we know there's people going to stores buying 20 copies each, where are the rest of them going? I mean, they're $15 books that nobody sees.
Yeah, I mean that Batman 77 would probably be a good, because there's so many of them that were, I mean, obviously Batman's the biggest printed book from DC every month. I mean, I can just look at how many have sold.
I mean, I got it on the screen. I can show everybody.
Yeah, I mean, there's
like
probably thousands of them.
Oh, I mean, 15. I mean, and you got to take the multiples out. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like 15. So
Well, I just am just curious because not every book is like this. Batman's interesting. It would be. This might be a question to pull from our buddy at Cover Price who tracks the number of sales.
Yeah, I mean,
But I just, you know, some of these books sell 3, 4, and that's it.
I mean, I think you can check for free. This is actually pretty decent. I think I can.
Have they ever fixed the watch count to be able to actually see what the best offer sales are anymore?
I've not been able to get it to work recently.
Yeah, okay. I didn't think so. I just was curious.
I thought maybe it was something I was doing wrong.
No, it died, and I remember reading some articles that eBay's working on it, which means they're not. They just want people to think the last sale was the last sale.
I'm trying to see if I can log in.
I never understood why you would have to go through a third party anyway. If it sells for that, just change the price on eBay.
There was a brief window of time where you could actually see on eBay what was the sale.
Yeah, I don't know why that should be public information.
It's not beneficial to them, Ben.
Here you go. You want? Here we go. Let's see if I can do this real quick. So, look at this. Bang bang. Our boys at Cover Price.
Are you sharing it?
Yeah, I'm sharing it. So.
Okay, I'm on delay.
Does that show how many sales there were?
280. Look at that market information. This is what we're doing. We're cracking it open, boys. 282 recorded sales.
Okay.
So, and highest known value is $30. Average is 16. Lowest raws were $3, and then the highest were average. Obviously, this is probably release date, and then 30, 29, 30 for.
And this is all based on like a Elseworlds style tale and we know she's dead. You know, she's gonna end up dead.
So that's my thing on this another Robin. I mean, how many fucking Robins are there? Even, I mean, Damien's the only Robin beyond fucking Drake that has any monetary value. The other two are.
I think Jason Todd's got a little value.
Not as Robin. It's like a $6 book.
Yeah. Well, the second print isn't the second. No, that's the Tim Drake one, right? Isn't
the second print newsstand?
Newsstand, yeah.
There is a second print of Todd, but it's not really appreciated.
Yeah,
because it's got the green logo, not the other. But I mean, again, even the girls, not so much. I mean, there's so many Robins, so much shit. Damien only is some heat because of the variant. So.
I think Damien's just the best, other than Dick Grayson. I think Damien's the best. Damien's one of the best characters created in a long time. So
they just keep fucking shit up because they can't keep continuity.
I know. They shouldn't have never broke him up with Jonathan Kent.
No, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Where he was the leader and...
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep.
Oh, bye, Paul.
See you later, Paul.
Paul's problems.
Oh, did I just miss Paul?
Yeah.
Right, yes.
Were you calling in as Paul?
Yeah, that's what happened.
Did you go down to your car and act like and put some thick glasses on and become Paul? So I think anybody else got anything? I think these are old stuff at the end.
No, I just talk about. I guess we can talk about Simple Man's Bolo Mystery Box one more time. Are they going to continue that and do that stuff? And they've got some cool stuff going. I saw that they got some Frankie's comics stuff going.
Oh yeah, they got an exclusive or a deal with them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. So.
Are we going to do this flip challenge, McClay, or what?
Yeah, we got to do it. We got to just set it in stone.
Let's just start. Who's in?
I'm in.
I'm gonna ref it.
Paul's in.
I'm in. I'm gonna ref
Ben's
it.
in. Scotty, are you in or you ref it?
If I'm allowed to be in.
I'll ref.
Yeah, I'll ref
So
it.
Scotty and Dino will ref. Paul's in, even though he doesn't know he's in.
Let's try and get two people outside of the show in.
Yeah, any viewers want to get in on it?
Yeah, let's try and get one. Let's try and get one person outside of the show on it.
So we want to explain the rules to everybody, so everybody knows before they start saying I'm in, and then all of a sudden it's all.
So we're gonna do a 90-day challenge. You're gonna take $100. You just spend it on whatever you can spend it on. We gotta have a little faith in the outside viewer, though. Within the group, we have faith. The last time we did this was eBay only, but I think we're gonna open it up to, what do we do best? Because I know McClay might want to do some cards. Paul may want to flip. God knows what Paul flips.
What the fuck? Where's Paul?
In his car.
Here.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck is going on?
So you spend your $100 on whatever you want, whether it's grading, whether it's pressing, whether it's whatever. You've got to apply all those fees to it. But you have $100. Whatever you can flip on.
Do you have to buy?
Sell.
Do you have to buy and sell at the same place, or can we buy and sell anywhere?
I think we can buy anywhere and sell wherever we want. Just be honest with it, because listen, if you're digging back issues, it's gonna be hard to prove a receipt.
Yeah, I mean, we're on the honor code. We're on the honor system here.
Sean, fuck off.
I knew that was gonna come up.
God damn it, Leg.
Leg, if you want to come in, baby, we'll let Leg come in. No, it's funny.
Let's let Leg get in.
No, that's bullshit. Leg can press his own books. That's bullshit.
Yeah, but he's got to add in the cost of that.
Yeah, you got to add in the cost and be fair about it.
Oh, that's fair. If you press a book, then you should add $10 to your rate. And
it counts. And let's talk about grading fees. They count too.
Grading fees count.
And the time counts too. So
it's 90 days. 90 days. Wait, we do have to decide: is it the best item, or you have to cash it all out?
The best item is two
personal
personal.
out because you could have one item $300 and then sell a bunch of crap for like negative money and come out.
Well, no, but I mean, does cash on hand equity, you end up with a book that you wanted to end up equity at fair market value count, or does it have to be you've sold it all for cash on hand?
You sold it off.
It's a flip. It's not a...
Yeah, it's not a hold. It's a flip.
So at day 89, you better sell that motherfucker.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
That's right. No regret.
Yeah, so if somebody's got a punch
that'll
12,
eliminate
they want
the
to...
Sean saying I didn't fucking win factor, you son of a bitch.
If somebody has a beat up punch 12, they want to sell Z, he's going to have to sell that fucker. He can't keep it.
That's right. Scotty, I'm going to give Scotty an AF-15 for $10 and tell me he has to sell it in 90 days.
And this cannot be anything that we already own, correct?
Correct. You got to go out and spend your money, $100. Track it. You can go buy $100 books, I suppose, and sell them for $5 a pop if you want.
Sure.
You can go buy a box of fucking cards and hope you get lucky.
Yeah, let's talk about that too. It can be cards, comics. I guess we can throw video games in there too if you want.
I would think, that's our show. We do whatever. If we find something else that we can sell and
action figures,
do well in.
Some Popeye chicken sandwiches.
You can flip a fucking Popeye fucking chicken sandwich. I got
a Popeyes around the corner. Maybe we should get
I'm about to hit up every Popeyes in Philly.
Somebody's gonna fucking die with this thing. Goddamn shipping sandwiches. Oh god. Who the fuck is doing it?
That video Mel shared on his Instagram was wild.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
The line was around the block.
I was driving down by ours, and it was 3:30 on a Saturday, and there was a line down the block, and I'm like, what the fuck?
You know the worst part about that? Not a single one of those people is smart enough to realize that they're sold out, and they're gonna get through that line, get to that freaking. Ask me how I know, right? Ask me how I fucking know.
Did you wait it in the line?
Fucking A, I did. Waited in that line, and I got to the window. There was like 10 cars on a Sunday, like Z is saying. I was going to film the podcast. My brother's like, let's score some new sandwiches. We're like, cool. Waited like 13 cars. We get to the window. The guy, or the drive-through machine, the guy goes, sorry. Or there's a sign on there that says, sorry, we're all out of sandwiches. You couldn't tell us 10 minutes ago? You couldn't put a big sign out somewhere else?
All these people are waiting for everything but the chicken sandwich.
Yeah, it's like the Popeyes near me wasn't that busy all the time, but there was like 15 cars in the drive-through. But
I'll tell you what, if I drove up and saw that line like that, I'd be like, all right, I'll just go to Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
that's what we did. That's exactly what we did, man.
Oh, comics with Bueller's like, just give me 50 cents. Impressive.
So Sean has a good point. Maybe we should just do online purchases only because it can track. I mean, we
were going to do it internally, which was I trusted you guys. If you pull somebody externally, we got to figure out who it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If we bring like somebody like Sean in or somebody like Mel.
No, I want to see Sean's receipts.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I just think, listen, doing it on eBay is fucking tough anymore. 5 years ago, 6 years ago is different. It's fucking tough. I don't know if I could commit to it because you got to watch fucking nonstop for deals.
Yeah, all my deals are always in person.
Well,
if we open it up to somebody in the group, then we have to discuss it. I will trust. I will trust you guys,
and we'll trust Sean. Obviously, I mean,
if Dino and Scott can be the fucking bullshit factor if they think it's bullshit.
Yeah, that's good.
If all of a sudden Stein pulls out some variants he just happened to find a few weeks ago, then we'll be like bullshit.
Yeah, I think honor system.
I don't find any variants. What are you talking about?
So I guess how are we going to talk about it? So if somebody wants to join, just hit us up. Hit us up in the comments. There you go. If you want to be a part of it, you comment on the video, and we'll get you in.
Yeah, throw a like on that, man.
That's what I mean. Is we'll fucking like Sean said, trolling eBay just takes time and it's boring.
Yeah. Well,
my eyes hurt the last time we did it because I fucking scrolled for days.
He's just sitting there going, "I gotta beat Sean. I gotta beat Sean. I gotta beat Sean." I think there's something in the back. I think like that's the boogeyman right now for Z in this contest, man. He's really worried about letting Sean in.
Truthfully, I just want to get it started now because I got IndyCon this weekend, so at least I could get some quality bin digging.
I got a con in
because if I do it in town, fucking Stein's already pulled all the shit out.
So what's the winner gonna get, boys? Are we gonna put like $10 up on everything? Just $10 per person, and they get the pot, or do we just get bragging rights? Or
I think bragging rights.
Maybe we'll have Scotty make him a T-shirt.
Yeah, I'll make you a T-shirt. Whoever
Okay.
wins.
Perfect.
I'll send the winner a like a I don't know $30 book or something like that. $50 book. I don't care.
Actually, we might have a book. Do we have a book, Z?
I don't know. Shit.
We might have a book. We'll talk to Ben. See, Ben
We'll
might-
find something.
We'll find something too. So
Yeah, this is turning out to be a something interesting.
yeah, we're gonna have Paul drive us somewhere in his car and live stream it.
Get you a
What-
box of dollar books.
What day are we starting this? September
Tomorrow.
1?
Yeah,
No, we gotta wait a couple days here.
I think we start the 1st of September.
Oh wow. McClay's already
That's a
said
little
where
too close, man.
So that'll push it to December 1st.
God
Yeah.
damn it! No, I need to start the 31st because that's my only chance to bid.
You're cheating over there already, dude.
No, I
He's
just
already
need
got
a con
something
because I don't
going.
have many.
Well, we'll just start it now and then December 1st.
Yeah, now to December 1st is fine.
How about this? Do you want to extend it 90 days? Do you just want to say because we're almost at 90 days? You want to start now and we'll say the first of the year, right? End it on the first of the year.
Yeah, that's what they just said.
Yeah,
Oh, that's fine. So we do like 120 days.
Yeah, sure.
That gives you a shot if you want to try and grade something.
Yeah.
All right, we will agree that if you do a press, if you're a presser, you got to add like let's say a $10 fee.
Yeah.
Sounds
Alright.
fair.
Cool. There it is, boys.
All right, so if you're interested, shoot us in. We'll pick somebody and announce it next week.
And then
Yeah.
We'll let
do
them
like-
know now, but we'll announce it next week, whoever it is.
Maybe we'll do like a monthly update too.
Absolutely, we will.
Yes, this will end up being a weekly update.
Watch,
Hey,
now I'm not in. I'll get a Loesch 23 for $1 in the con I'm going to go to, and I'll be like, God.
Hey, this is just going to force me to actually try and sell something for a change.
I'm
That
right
may
there
be
with
where
you,
Ben
man.
loses. He doesn't fucking sell it.
Yeah, I'll be like, yeah, you know what? I don't even want to sell anything.
I
So.
don't want to sell it.
Well, Ozzy says I have no fucking emotional factor. I'll sell anything. So
I like it. So, all right, boys. Good show. I want to thank Dubs, wherever he's at.
Yeah, he's
He's turned into a white dot.
I don't know.
in with spirit. Or
Oh, hey, Dub. Hey, there he is.
what
Can't hear
the
you.
hell?
I can't hear you. No,
Yeah.
no mute. Oh, you're done. All right. So, all right, boys. Next week, we will give you the updates. So,
Thanks for listening.
Sean can't play because he's gonna have to be the universal presser.
Yeah, everybody's gonna be sending them shit to press, man.
we have to bribe him to speed it up.
well, you know what's funny? He's gonna fuck up your
I'm
book.
gonna pay you an extra
Yeah.
20 to slow McClay down.
Push him in the back of the queue.
all of a sudden, your books have magical dings on them. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Fingerprints.
Fingerprints.
Can we talk about like books that we've got and that we're gonna put up on the show? Like if you bought
Yeah.
a book that week,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
be
so.
like-
I think it'd be fun. I mean, we can do that.
I think that's the point of it. Yeah.
that could be our
Talk about
pickups,
what-
like for this.
Draw
next-
some interest.
Yeah, do a pickup and say, I got this, and then everybody scratches their head why you picked that 50-cent book up. But
Yeah,
Alright.
we can rock it.
why somebody's gonna buy a long box for $100 and try?
If you can grind it, grind it.
Yeah. All right, boys. Good show.
Good one,
Thanks for
guys.
listening.
All right, later.